How's it going, guys? We are live. Welcome to Wholesaling Houses for Real. This is our weekly meeting that we have for wholesaling real estate, and I'm pretty pumped up today. We're going to talk about getting your first real estate wholesaling deal. This is going to be a really exciting one, guys, because we're talking about getting your first wholesaling deal. I remember my first real estate wholesaling deal and how that changed my life forever. And I'm trying to help you guys out here. So let's help some people come on the Zoom here and let's start talking and let's help people out here because that's what we're here to do here at Flip with Rick and on the Zach Ginn YouTube channels is just help people out in real estate wholesaling. And I'm here to help change lives. So I'm pretty pumped up. Let's get some of the settings right here. And I think we're good. So let's see, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Zach.
What's up, guys? How are you?
What's up, man?
Everything's good.
Doing good, doing good. So, Ryan, I haven't talked to you in a while. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I just have a deal at title right now. Got another one locked up Sunday.
Oh, nice.
They're both pretty small though.
All
One's
right.
fire damaged.
Okay. How much are those deals?
One of them's 2,000, and then the next one should be like about 5,000.
It's not a bad month, man.
Yeah, yep. Still thankful for it. Appreciative of it.
Sweet,
How
man.
things been for you? This freaking call it? The channel, the Facebook group. It's like growing so fast now. It's crazy.
Well, it's literally what it should be. $10,000 course in mastermind and for free.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, people
literally.
sleep on it. I try and like tell all my friends, like people are asking me for advice. I'm like, you shouldn't ask me for advice. You should come here and be here and just ask your questions, but they don't even want to show up. It's crazy. Like there's you have the opportunity right in front of your face to talk to Zach and a bunch of other wholesalers, and you'd rather go out on a Friday night. It's one Friday.
I mean, hey, like you got the whole weekend. That's why I did Friday because I like hanging out Saturdays, Sundays way more. But that's my personal opinion. But yeah, it's just $10,000 of value. I give it for free. Like I'm 21. So within the next couple of years, it should be the biggest Facebook group, hopefully, and it'll be drowning in people. So I remember when we first started, we had like 4 or 5 people on these Zooms, and it was insane. But yeah, man, I appreciate the kind words, dude. But your growth has been absolutely amazing. How did you find that fire damaged house?
Dude, it was just a tax delinquent house, and then I got lucky that it was fire damaged. But yeah, it's just I got lucky with it. I was targeting tax delinquent and high equity. So I found her and I texted her. So if you guys are in Cleveland, just to let you know, tax delinquent works. I know you did a market video on that, like top 10 markets, but I'm getting out of Cleveland and going to South Texas.
Ooh, that's interesting, man. Non-disclosure, you have MLS access?
I just spoke with a realtor today and he's actually going to let me use that. Because for some reason, PropStream doesn't work there. I found out like it's hard to pull county data and all things like that. But that just makes it a lot better for me because, other wholesalers aren't going to, it's like harder. Like flippers, other people like that, they don't want to do that work. But I will.
It's true, man. But the coolest part about it is you're going to keep growing on this. And like, you can go in that Facebook group and watch the first time you were like on there and like your growth. It's crazy. I wish I had something like this when I started out because that would be so cool if I was able to do it. So that's awesome. Sweet, man.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you have this too because I can just look back at it and it's like, yeah, it's just amazing. I'm really happy, I'm a part of this group because it's really changed me for the better.
Sweet, man. You have any questions? Anything I can do to help you out?
No, I was looking to network really to see if you knew anyone in like South Texas so I could like kind of like squall up or something just to see how they pull data down there. If it's just me and I'm like stopping myself, but
yeah,
they ask you to
in
pay
Texas,
for all
like,
that data.
You're saying South, or are we talking like El Paso?
No, Brownsville, RGV.
Oh, wow.
SpaceX.
Nice. Okay. That's a good one. I know a lot of Spanish speakers there. So I'd probably get someone who could speak Spanish, but that's a killer market actually. So no one in that area right now. Plenty of people in Houston, but wow. I mean, it's interesting that everyone's going there, right? Like, there are a lot of jobs going there. High income.
Yeah. Yeah, because Elon just donated like 30 million. I've actually been following him for like months. And it's like a lot of the things he's doing, he's trying to make a city there now called Starbase. Pretty crazy.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, and the crime isn't too bad. Like it's like San Diego, you know, the weather's like 80. There's a beach, you can surf there and everything. It's 1 to 1. It's just the cost of living is like a lot better over there. And there's more Spanish speaking people, but you know, it should get to like where San Diego is. It's central, it's got
Yeah. You're on the
it's got
Gulf Coast though. You're
jobs and
not.
everything.
It won't be as crazy as San Diego, but San Diego's a cool city. But
Yeah, definitely.
all right, man. Yeah, just what's the average price point over there?
Well, it's about like 170 right now, but it's a little bit low for, you know, wholesale, but I mean it's average really, but compared to Cleveland where, you know, East Cleveland was about like 70, 80,
Mhm.
and on the good parts of Cleveland where it'd be like 120, it's better.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good price range though, because like we just closed another house for 110. We're gonna throw on the market for 170 like a week. Like
Yeah.
those margins work, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an easy deal too. So I'll probably throw that one on the vlog. I'll probably run up there, like take the camera and just talk about it. But yeah, I mean, all about rapport, man. So are you gonna try to get boots on the ground or actually try to lock them up yourself?
No, I'm definitely getting boots on the ground over there because I need those Spanish speakers to help me out.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
all right,
another
man.
barrier too, though. So it's kind of good, kind of bad. I have to adapt to it, but figure it out.
Yeah, man. Well, let me know anything I can do to help you out because I'm always here.
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to touch base with you and everything because we haven't talked in a while, but I'm gonna get going now because I'm actually gonna get to a meeting with my girlfriend and I because we're planning we're doing daily meetings now and everything has changed our business like legit. You have to, if you guys are in here, you got to meet every day, even if it's by yourself. It's like
Yep.
but yeah, I gotta stick to the plan. I'm gonna get to a meeting now, but if anyone in here, you guys want to ask me any questions, either you can PM me, we can connect or whatever. But thanks, Zach.
Sweet, man. Appreciate it.
All right, talk to you later, man.
No worries. Also, guys, if you're watching this, if you want to join, Wholesaling Houses for Real is the Facebook group. Um, but yeah, so let's see here. Justin, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
Surviving. I didn't have really many questions. I'm just tagging along. Don't want to miss any of these group meetings.
Sweet, man. Well, let me know if anything I do to help you out and keep it up.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sweet. And then Roger, what's up? All right.
Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I'm actually up in New York at my house up here in New York, getting ready to sell.
All
So,
right.
but I did have a question about an offer in. I found a house in Florida. Um, it's and she said it's 120. It's I don't know how you do this virtual wholesaling because my son sent me pictures up here, and I'm trying to assess it from pictures, and it's hard to I don't know how you guys do it because I like to be in house, and really see it. But anyways, I guess it's good practice. But she says she will be around 120. I'm thinking to be safe, it'll be. I mean, that's probably someone that wants to real flip it would pay.
You
So
cut
how
out
would I
there. Can
present like
you
a
say that one more
90,000?
time?
Yeah, sorry, I have a bad connection up here.
No worries.
Where did I cut out? I'm looking to make an offer on a house. She wants to be around 120, and I'm thinking 90. So how would you present that offer to her?
Okay. So is your
She's
son
she's
running up there taking pictures? Like what's the
yeah, he went and met with her. He took the pictures and sent me pictures. And the main problem with it is a tree septic the sewer line. It's not septic. And it's one of her bathrooms. So she can't sell it, on the market that way. It's she inherited it from her father who passed away. And she
Okay.
just wants it out of her hair. So I'm thinking if she tells me 120, that's probably not her bottom price. And so that's the main, really, other than that, I really don't see a lot of work repairing the bathroom that flooded because of that. And then, have someone come in, take that tree out and then, fix the line. So I'm thinking I want to offer her 90 to start with. And so how would you present that to her? Or how should I? I need to call her tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, I mean, how far are you from going back down south?
Oh, next week.
Okay. I mean,
Not till the end of next week.
I mean, your son couldn't go negotiate in person, right? Or could he?
Uh, he's new at it, but it'd be good experience for him.
I mean, you might want to be able to do that because he could probably get a better deal in person doing it than you over the phone any day of the
Okay.
week. And if he messes up, which I'm not saying he is, but if he does, you can be on the phone and be the savior or the real decision maker type person that could save it. So that's one option for you. You definitely got to know how to approach the situation. So she said she wants to sell for 120. What do you think the cash buyer is going to pay for it?
Probably 120.
120. Perfect.
120. At the most, that's 120 is what I think someone would pay for it. It would sell for around 160. It might need 15, maybe 20 at the most.
Okay. Yeah. So what I would do is I would probably have your son go by, meet her in person, say, I'm really interested in buying this property. Before I go meet you, I need to make sure that you are ready to make a decision today when I go buy the property. Make sure you get the yes, then have him go by, have a nice little conversation, joke about a few things, build that rapport. And then from there, just basically, hey, what's her name? I'll just say Sally. I don't want to give up that.
Her name, Arlene.
Oh, that's okay.
Arlene. Okay.
Okay. We're just going to call her Sally. So, hey, Sally, I know you said 120 was the price you really need to get rid of this property for. And, I was pretty much ready to go. Me and my dad, we're good to go here. Roger, we're ready to go at 120, but this tree issue, it's like we keep going back. We keep talking. I mean, it's just probably going to almost be a deal breaker for us at that price. I mean, it's just so much work has got to be done. I mean, obviously if it was in better condition, I'd love to give you 120, but I just don't think a property can get that. I mean, would you be open to like just working with me a little bit about this? I mean, what price were you really at considering I have to do the tree? I don't know what the tree problem is, painting X, Y, and Z, all the problems on the property. And you just got rid of it for cash and you're able just to walk away from this. I mean, what price were you really at there? And then shut up or have him shut up and see what she says, because she could say 80. I've been in so many of these situations, and I've had situations before where they just said 80. Would you do 80? And then your son needs to shut his face and say, could we meet at 70? And then you get the deal done at 70 and make 50K. That's how we do these deals. So I'm leaning towards that. Now, if she says 120, he's probably gonna have to go about there and say 90 and meet in the middle at 110, hopefully try to make 10, 15. But
so you want her to give a lower price first before I say a price.
Yep. And then he can go at 90, meet in the middle from there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That was the main question I had this week is, I guess it's new to me trying to go in there and offer her $40,000 less than she wants for it.
No, you got to work. You just got to keep working. Another tactic, there's not one perfect way to do this. So I'm trying to do it from like different angles here. You could call her and say, I'm ready to close on this property. I'm ready to go make a decision. But unfortunately here, Sally, I can't do 120. And then you just basically say, we're going to have to be a little lower. Is that okay? It's okay if we still meet you. It's going to have to be a lower price. Do you understand that? Yes, I understand that. Well, let's go meet. We're going to make a decision and get it done from there. And then your son can go there and be at 90. And we already know she's already not good at 120. And then we can bring it down there. Another way to do it, there's a million ways to do it. Or you could do that, what I first said, over the phone, and then have your son go over there and try to negotiate it down, get a contract locked up. That's what I'm thinking right now.
How do you deal with people with the Ford method? Just they're not interested. They're not. He tried working on that with her Wednesday when he looked at the house, and she wasn't interested. It was look at the house, tell me, and that's it. She didn't want to build rapport.
Yeah. So it's a tough one. I'm doing those live cold calls, and they're actually getting interesting because on that one, I'd have your son look at them, because I had this one guy who was just closed off properties this price, for sale by owner. And I just started talking to him more and more and more. And then we connected on how much we hate realtors. And then we went X, Y, Z. And it kept building up from there. So it's just one part, like connecting piece you can find, go deep dive into there and then start popping more stuff off. that's kind of the way I've been doing it lately. Probably there's a lot of pain associated with that house. So probates are a little different.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do with a probate. You just got to find something to connect it with and then go from there. You could look this person up on
Okay.
Facebook and see their interests. That's one thing you could always do. But it's a hard one with a probate.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay. All right. Well, that gives me a couple angles to try. So
Awesome.
Thank-
Sweet. Let me know if there's anything I can do to
thanks,
help.
Zach.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate it.
I will.
All right. And we got Doug on here. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Doing amazing, man. Every day above ground is a beautiful day.
All right, awesome. Just got a couple of leads I'm working on. That's pretty much it. Had a closing today.
Sweet. What kind of deal is that?
Oh man, it's a great deal. It's a lot, some piece of property, just vacant land. I bought them at 26 and I sold them at 110.
Woo. That's amazing.
Yeah, I just listed it and that's it. Sold in 6 days, which is closed
This
out
market's
today.
so stupid.
Yeah,
We're getting,
it's
we just
crazy.
put 2 on the market a couple days ago, and we already got full crazy like ask offers, and
Yeah,
the properties. This is live, so I can't. The properties shouldn't be getting these prices, but dude, they're selling like crazy, and they're full price cash too, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous. But
yeah, that's what this was.
it's insane. But I mean, you're in Texas, so everyone from California is coming over, New York, just like us. So it's kind of expected. So, man, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, the year's been crazy, man.
Dude, it's only 4th way. I'm running it up even more. I'm pumped up, but yeah, man. What are you doing to expand the business though?
Just, man, it's hard to sit back and see what I need to do because I hate stopping the marketing and all that stuff. But that's what I have to do is what I need to do is expand on my marketing, which I'm doing. Then I also need to expand on just the cold calling, the outreach.
Dude, I'm telling you, we pump up an extra county that we don't like doing, like an extra one for virtual. We spent a fortune, but I mean, we got a deal off of it, and it 10x the marketing spend. So marketing a lot more comfortable just dropping a stupid amount on. It's like the employees that are kind of tougher, but the cold calling, I mean, you pump it up, the numbers should be fine. And then you already know once you get the phone number skip traced, it's a lot cheaper. Like, I'm getting that phone number going. So I'd be pumping up now. I mean, this market right now, I don't know if it can sustain it. So we're going as hard as we can until the party stops.
Right. Do you guys only have? Is it only VAs that you guys have?
No, we got acquisitions managers.
Okay, and they're they're local.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going the appointments for us, locking them up. And I mean, we throw them in the market kind of like the realtor thing you do.
Right. Right.
The dispo's there, but we don't really have like a dedicated person. And then we just got the marketing coming in.
Okay, but all your cold callers are VAs.
Oh yeah. Way too expensive for American. I see guys talking about it. I'm like, I can't afford 15 an hour plus commission. It makes
and sick days and all that stuff, benefits for cold calling.
It makes no financial sense. So that's kind of where we're at now. If I could do RVMs, I would. I just can't. So that's the one thing I wish I could do in Florida. Even though I'm based in Florida, I don't even do them out. So that's the only thing that always bums me out, but I'm dealing with it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I got to work on.
Yeah, dude, just scaling it up, getting the numbers more, and it'll pump it up like crazy, man. So let me know anything I can do to help you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, man. Do y'all source your own VAs and y'all train them yourselves?
Yeah, we got to train them ourselves. They usually come from other real estate wholesalers, and I gotta cut those games out real quick.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, I got everybody reaching out to me. Hey, you want some VAs?
No, they guys are subcontracting them for stupid rates. It's get my own. We actually pay them pretty well. You have to at a certain point, and then they'll stick with you. And there's always rules and stuff. You do with the VAs. You make sure they have someone they got to actually look after. You don't want a young single VA. Those are never the good ones because they'll always leave for a better opportunity. Usually people who have kids or something, they're pretty grounded and they have bills to pay. So they're a lot better, just like most employees, honestly. But we have a pretty good process. English got to be pretty good. I mean, once we onboard someone, we run it like a business. Like there's no emotions with it.
Right.
Here, give me a voice recording. Let's see what you got. Go from there. See how you handle it. Let's do 10 hours of work. See what happens.
Okay, cool. How's y'all's pay structure? Just solely hourly, no commissions?
Hourly, we do a little commission, like $100 a deal. Something tiny, super tiny. But the coolest part about a VA and with marketing, honestly, is you could start figuring out pretty easily. Okay, I'm going to pay this VA. We're going to put $1,000 into cold calling. I know I'll get one deal out of that of like 25K. And I know, okay, now if I put an extra 10K in it, I'm going to make an extra this. Until you hit the point where you put 20 and you get half the output, then I'm like, okay, it's probably not worth doing that. Let's figure something out. Those are the decisions that make the most money. And those are the ones you should be focusing on. And that's kind of what you want to get to in the future, is like doing that high level stuff.
Yeah. That's what I want to do, man. I hate cold calling. Just it sucks. It's like I'm a cold caller. That's what I do. I'm a highly paid cold caller.
I'm telling you, people think I'm crazy that I like cold calling. And I'm the type of person, probably just like you, man. I like to control like getting a deal. I don't want to go send marketing out and just wait for the deal to come. I'm going hunting. I'm going fishing for it. I love it.
Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I'll start looking at hiring people. I'll get somebody going here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, man, dude. I'm telling you, with the amount of money you're making, you will get an extra deal that you have never gotten, and they'll pay for everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you right now. You'll get a $40,000 deal hiring a VA to cold call that will, while you're working and meeting with sellers, they'll be cold calling for you.
Yeah. That's the problem, man. It's this year, $250,000 just by myself. And when I go on appointments, everything stops.
Dude, I'm telling
and
you.
I come back. Yeah. So that's a big problem.
And I'm telling that will be the best. You're running $1 million business. You're just not putting it in the right. You're not putting the right piece of the puzzle. I'm telling you, it's $1 million in there. You just gotta get the right people working in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
The other thing you got to think of is someone to do follow-ups. Like how many leads right now do you have like under they should be followed up every month?
A good 10.
10?
10 good ones. Yeah.
I mean, you should, considering if you're pumping up the cold calling out, hiring someone that will just do follow-ups all the time and just be annoying with it. That will at least give you an extra deal or two a year.
Okay.
Like annoying. Like, my gosh. Doug keeps calling me. Like, why call me every week? And then when they have 6 investors to choose from, they'll remember Doug.
Right.
Every time. But you get to a point where there's so many follow-ups, it's kind of a full-time job.
Yeah. I'm not there yet. I don't have those problems.
Dude, you pump up cold calling enough, you'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, man, I loved cold calling. But once I got out of cold calling and acquisitions full-time, I love that more. And once I found an acquisitions person, I love sitting back and kind of doing the high-level stuff a lot better. But dude, you're 21, so like you're young enough where you're like, keep pumping it out. Like I could cold call 9 hours a day. I'd be extremely happy. So it's weird, but yeah, man, you'll look back, just pump up the employees, get it going. And hey, if the employees don't work, sit back and see what went wrong and keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
No worries, man. Appreciate it. Thanks. Alrighty. So next here we got Judah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I just kind of discovered your channel, so I'm kind of kicking myself for not finding it earlier. But
Hey, better late than never.
yeah, I'd go on video, but I'm not in a good place where I can show myself right now.
No worries,
so.
man. We're
But
not here to judge.
yeah, I'm a new. I haven't done my first deal yet.
Okay.
So one of the things that's been holding me back is the list pulling. So like what filters should I be using in PropStream? So like for example, I'm in Atlanta. So when I add my filters to the area that I want to target in PropStream, it will go from like maybe 1,500, and once I add the filters, it will then go down to almost nothing. So I guess what I want to know from you, in your experience, what filters should I be using or not be using that's going to give me a decent sized list to go after?
Yeah. So
You understand what I'm saying?
understand what type of marketing channel are you doing?
I was gonna start, like everybody else, I'm not a big fan of cold calling. So I was gonna start out text messaging and then just talking to the people who respond positively to the text messages.
Okay. Is the reason you're doing that because you don't want to have any negative people talking to you?
Yeah, I just want to be dealing with all that negative. I mean, I used to be I've done what do you call it? Bill collecting in the past. So I can handle that. It's just I'm trying to be more efficient, I guess, not having to
Yeah.
talk to people who aren't interested.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, SMS would be a good one then, I guess, if you want to do that. My favorite SMS ones always are the code violations, water shutoffs, tax delinquencies. I get rid of that one. And general high equity if you're doing big volume, but I like to keep it niche. So evictions is a good one. Credit card debt, if you can find it the right way. I would skip the pre-probates right now. And I would cold call probates no matter what, though. I'd still do that.
Okay. So what's a decent size list to like? What's a minimum kind of size list that you'd say target?
500 a day, 25. I would say, do some math here. I would say at least 13,500 a day.
13,000. Golly, that's a lot.
Or just do 10,000. That's what PropStream gives you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing SMS, you got to make the numbers worthwhile. So do 10,000 and pump it out. That's what I'd recommend. Like if you're trying to do SMS, because dude, I could tell you get 2,000 and do cold calling instead. It's a lot cheaper. You'll get the same amount of deals. You just need to push it more on SMS.
So you think I'd be able to get a deal a lot quicker if I just did cold call?
Yep, you will.
Okay.
I've done both. I can
Might
tell
just
you,
have
it's
to
the
get that.
truth. So you're talking about efficiency of time. I think about like that. You'll probably get a deal the same amount of time. One's just a lot cheaper than the other. Also, cold calling, you'll gain your sales skills a lot better too. So I'm a fan of both. I use both, but like cold calling is just better if you can do it yourself. Like especially when you're starting out trying to get your first wholesaling deal.
And so as far as the filters are concerned, are there like any minimal filters that you absolutely should put on their PropStream? So what would they be?
Number one would be make sure the property's not on the MLS. So you can take that off on the little filters there, make sure it's not listed on the market. And then make sure there's at least 50% equity.
Only those two?
Yeah. And then if they're on,
Because people always tell me, all right, try to be as niche as possible. And then the other side of the coin is just go broad so you can potentially catch everybody. So what's your mindset on that?
Depends how big of a list you want. Like for Port St. Lucie, I go broad because I got the money for it. If you don't have the money for it, go niche. So Fulton County, if you do all the, it might not even be 10,000. If you add in vacants with high equity, you should be able to hit that pretty well and easy. So, I mean, you got to do at least 10,000. So make it as niche as possible for Fulton.
Okay, one last question would be,
Dude, as many questions as you want.
okay, thanks. So what price points, like as far as the house is concerned, where should the price of the house be in order to get a decent spread?
Yeah, I would say 40 to 220 for Fulton County, I think. Probably your best bet.
Okay. Yeah, I've been following you, watching a lot of your videos, and I saw you had this. I was like, damn, where's this been? I needed this. So
That's what I'm trying
yeah,
to
I
do, man.
appreciate that you. Yeah, I appreciate you doing it because, you know, like you always say, these gurus charge so much money for a lot less info.
I'm telling you right now. That's what I'm trying. Trying to put everyone, all those people out of business. And everyone on here watching this, you'll know. Like if you've been in like these little groups, this is the same exact thing. Same exact thing. Except I have your money and you don't. Like I took all your money. So that's the only difference. But yeah, man, I'm here every week. So hop on. You're always free to come.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm in a spot next time where I can go on video.
No, dude, you don't have to be on video. It doesn't matter. I don't mind. You got a lead you want me to call? I'll call it. Like I generally don't care. Like I'm here to help.
All right, cool. That's good to know. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Judah. Have a good one.
You too. Appreciate it.
All right. And then Soli, is that your name?
Yes. Hey, Zach, how are you doing? This is my first Zoom call with you guys.
What's up, man?
Not much. I feel like I've been slacking a little bit with the cold calling. I think I was a little bit distracted. So I stepped away from the cold calling a little bit and then decided to try the 500 free text message because why not? You could probably get a deal out of it. So there is one potential lead. Sorry for the background. My nephew's
Hey, no worries.
crazy right now. Sorry. So
Family
there's one
business, man.
potential. Yeah, there's one potential lead. And I just sent her a text message. So I was like, hey, how much would I buy homes as is? How much? I didn't even ask how much. You said, hey, how much would you take for it? And then so she says 25K. And I was wondering if you could look into the property to see what the comps would be. So I have it about let's see.
Wait, hold up. Do me a favor. Don't
Yes.
say the address over this thing because someone's going to steal this deal.
Okay.
Just give me
It's not on
subscribers.
contract. Okay.
If you want to direct message me right now on Instagram,
All right. Let me.
tell me. Because if you say the street, I guarantee someone will steal this deal.
Okay.
I don't want this to happen, man.
I don't know if I have you on
Facebook Messenger, anything, man.
Okay. Should I send it to the Flip with Rick Instagram page or?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll pop it up right now.
So it's in the, I don't know if I, let me see.
Oh my, I got a lot of messages I gotta get to. Oh boy, sorry guys. Wow, that's a lot. All right. But yeah, why he's doing that. So we're gonna look at a deal really quick. 25K. I'm telling you, 500 texts for $1. It's like I don't do it like to promote. Like it's literally they're giving me this deal, and it's the best testing you can do for SMS. Like I don't think Batch likes it when I say it, but I know they're losing money every time they do that. So let's see here. Let me look. So Soli just gave me this. So it's in a very interesting part. So I will say it's in Georgia. And let me see here. So is this in? All right.
So the only reason I chose that because that's kind of where I'm currently not there, but that's where I actually live and work. So I figured I would just start with that market. I know it's a very small market, less than 100,000 people.
Okay.
And yeah, so actually my plan is after this list to expand it a little bit to the nearest county, which was one of your top 10 markets to actually.
You gotta be quiet, man. There's too
yeah,
many
that's all
subscribers.
I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
And there's I forgot I mentioned there's 7,000 members of the Facebook group, which is
That's true. That's true.
amazing. So we're gonna be a lot more quiet.
That's true.
I'm trying to help you get this deal. So everything's loading up right now.
Yeah, and I could give you a little background. So I
give me some
texted
background.
her. Yeah, so I texted her, right? You know, that automated, when I click the messages sending. So the first thing she says is 25,000. So she gave me the price straight up.
That means you're gonna get less.
Okay. So, and I asked, do you mind if I give you a call to further discuss the details of the property? And she says she's in a meeting. And I says, my apologies. Please let me know when a good time is to reach you. But then she hasn't texted back. So I was considering following up with her sometime soon just to find out a little bit more details about the property.
Dude,
but
call her right now.
Call her right now?
Dude,
because I was like,
hop off the
okay,
Zoom. Bro, hop off the Zoom and call her right now.
all right. Do you should I wait for you to help me comp it first, or
how far do you live from this place? Don't say where.
I'm actually not there right now.
Oh, okay. Like you're
Yeah.
out of the state.
Yes, I'm out of the state. I'm currently out of the state right now.
All right.
Mhm.
So we'll probably have to lock this up online. Not a big
Yeah.
deal. Let me look at comps really quick. This is so stupid how low this is why I put this on my on that video. So it did sell for $22,000 in 1980.
Yep.
Obviously you're gonna have to go over repairs with her because there's definitely gonna be a ton of repairs.
Yep.
I'm
So
looking
I
at some
have
comp.
PropStream open right now. It's in pretty bad shape.
Okay, I'm telling you right now. So comps that are decent right now,
Mhm.
55K pending, 60K nice pending, 55K 50. So 50 to 55K, and obviously this is going to need work. So
Yes.
I would try to get this locked up for the lowest price possible.
Mhm.
Does she live in the house?
This is a vacant list. So again, that was a text message. I hadn't even gotten a chance to call her yet. So that's what I was
Whenever
going
someone
to
even gives me a price that low, I just call. As soon
You
as
just call.
possible.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm giving you a rule right now, Sully.
Uh-huh.
You're not allowed to text her anymore. You got to call her.
Oh, that was my plan. So I guess.
So call her.
And if you look at the property, this is like what you look for when you're driving for dollars and things
Yeah, I
like
see
that.
that. I see the picture here.
Yeah,
Dude,
definitely.
honestly, I'm going to be honest with you here.
Mm-hmm.
The price is already so low.
Mm-hmm.
What I would do is talk to her, build that rapport, get a nice conversation with her,
Mm-hmm.
lock it up for as low as you can.
Mm-hmm.
You probably won't be able to go under 15 on it,
Mm-hmm.
just with the price of the raw land.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that Google map view looks decent, dude. So it looks boarded up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe consider, say it needs X, Y, and Z work. Can we do
Mhm.
15? Get it locked
Mhm.
up for 15. Throw
Mhm.
a lockbox on there.
Mhm.
I pay $50. It's worth it.
Mhm.
And then literally have all your cash buyers just run through the list. Run through all the cash buyers. Get the thing sold at 25 or 30.
Mhm.
Make your money and like go all out on that county and
right.
just get going, dude. That's what I would do. But
All right.
call her, man. Call her. It's
Okay.
7:00. Get it going.
One more thing about calling. So when is absolutely the last time you should stop calling? Is there never a time you should stop
Like
calling, or
8,
like
but like
8's the
7's
last?
pushing it, man, on a Friday.
Okay, because
So,
I'm thinking 7:30. That's like my limit. 7:30 comes, I stop calling.
bro, hop off and then hop back on. Okay?
All right.
Dude,
I'll update
yeah,
y'all in
man.
a little bit. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Dude, go.
All right.
Guys, if you're watching this right now and you have a lead that's like semi lukewarm or kind of hot and like you just waiting for their text, call them right now. Seriously, go out, call them right now. I'm telling you, go out and do it. All right. Next we got Philip. What's up?
Doing pretty good, Zach. How you doing?
Doing good, man. What background you got there?
It's actually the Millennium Falcon.
Oh wow, dude.
It's like inside it. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So I actually went I actually had a friend in town from Raleigh, and he was we were driving for dollars in my market. My market. We kind of talked like last Friday. and I had like probably 150 properties on Deal Machine. So I'm about to do some direct mail to them. And I was curious, I don't know, I sent you an Instagram message, but I was curious about the reverse driving for dollars method. You're thinking like doing the postage stamp on the Post-it notes. Where do you get those stamps at? Where you that you said like you're getting for like $5-10?
You're gonna have to custom order them online.
Just custom order them online,
Yeah.
essentially like like my text and the phone number.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look it up. Custom stamp sticky note. And there's a couple services that do them.
And it was a question on the post, so I was thinking about it, like as far as the Post-it notes, I was kind of doing a little bit of testing,
Etsy,
just kind of like
Etsy.
Cool,
Right,
awesome.
Right.
And I was curious about the actual, because I don't want to litter, because like I'm actually like the idea of even bandit signs, like I just like, like I want to, make sure my community, like I don't want to be adding stuff to it, what I'm saying? But nothing against bandit signs, but it's just my particular, like I want to, I just don't want to go out and litter and stuff like that. But as far as the postage stamps, or the posts, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Post-it notes. Yeah, so Post-it notes on the mailboxes, they don't stick very well. I kind of like tested on ours, and it falls off within like a day.
Where are you putting them?
I just put it on like the front of the or on the side, like towards the facing the door.
Oh, you don't put it inside the mailbox?
Well, you can't put it inside the mailbox. It's against federal. Like that's like you get a felony for opening up a mailbox if you're not a postage carrier.
All right. Is there usually a car at the house?
Sometimes, yeah. Well, if the car's at the house, like for instance, if I'm driving for dollars, like I wouldn't do it for like vacant properties, but like properties that I know like they look like they're lived in, they're occupied, I would definitely do it.
First of all, put them inside the windshield. Number one. Okay. Driver's side, of course.
Okay.
Number two, I would get a rock or something and just front door rock.
Okay.
Or on the side or something where they'd see it. Sticky note.
Okay. Just somewhere where they'll see it.
Don, you had something to say?
Yeah, the water resistant sticky notes work really well for sticking. You could get those from Office Depot.
Cool. Yeah. Sweet. Thanks, Don.
No problem.
But yeah, like I'm about to send out the direct mail hopefully here probably Monday. So here's a question. Ideally you want direct mail probably to hit on Wednesday through Friday. Is that where like I think most people, or actually probably Wednesday, Thursday is what like I guess is what I've seen online.
I mean, honestly, we mail so much to New York and like around the country.
Yeah.
Because there's so many absentee owners in Florida. It doesn't matter. We get deals every day of the week, more or less. Like we'll get a call on a Monday, meet them out Monday, get a contract signed Monday. We'll do it on a Friday also. So it doesn't matter. We do them a Sunday, Saturday, like 7 days a week. I'm not getting a contract every single day, but like we have gotten deals every single day of the week. So you're getting real like specific. I don't think it makes a big deal.
Makes sense. And I had a question too. I have a pretty hot lead. He's really motivated. He had a house fire about 3 years ago. And I think he said he collected insurance. His English wasn't great, but and he said he collected insurance on it. I actually went by there because like the door was open. I kind of looked around. Half the house is pretty has a good bit of fire damage all the way down to the studs and the rafters. And like throughout the kitchen and the main living area, it had nice hardwood floors, but it's all like fire stained. The couple of bedrooms are decent, and then there's like a downstairs like basement area that's pretty decent. Didn't get much fire damage. My question is, does that sound like it'd be a demo or should I? Because the thing is, like the price for like renovation, it's pretty decent, but I think like because the price I gave him, like kind of like my initial offer, was just the price of demo and the land comps initially.
I mean, it really depends what you want to do here. So,
yeah, I know it's a hard one.
it's a tough one, man. Because I'm thinking about all the fire damage that I've done in the past.
Yeah. And I've talked to a couple of the RIA members, and they're just like, you know, fire damage, or like, you know, they're like, you should like, I'd rather it be demoed and to get the land for as is, you know.
I would get it. I would just get it as cheap as you can and reverse wholesale it. That's the only thing I can tell you in that situation. It's a stupid answer, but you just get it locked up for the lowest you can. Try to see what a cash buyer is going to give it to you.
Yeah, because like it's in a really hot neighborhood. Like just this particular market, it's crazy hot in the area. Like the just like for instance a quarter acre is going for 65,000. So, and it's about I think he has about a half acre there. So,
oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
man. All right. Well, yeah, I'd reverse engineer that one. All right, reverse wholesale that one. Kind of see what we can do.
Cool.
Sweet. Any other questions?
That should be it.
Sweet. All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Don.
Hey, what's going on?
Dude, I see you comment all the time on the YouTube, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate the knowledge that you give everybody.
Sweet. You're from San Antonio, right?
Yes.
Sweet, man. Let me know. Introduce yourself to the group.
All right, yeah, so I'm Don, a wholesaler located in San Antonio. I've been in for about almost coming up on a year now.
Congrats.
Yeah, appreciate it. So I actually commented on the Facebook group today about a buyer that ghosted 2 days before closing.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I don't think he turned in earnest money deposit. So,
dude, that's rule number one, man.
Yeah. So is that just like lost then?
All right. What date does the property have to get sold at?
It was supposed to be sold on the 12th, but title took longer, so it took longer. But I think we're good for another week.
Dude, you just got to find the cash buyer, man. I mean, learn from this mistake. You
Right.
will not let a cash buyer go through anything unless you get an earnest money deposit and they use, you're in San Antonio, so it's different. You make sure you download my assignment of contract and then format it to the Texas one if you can. Just like the same rules. If they contact the seller or they don't close, I get my $3,000 deposit.
All right. Yeah, I do use your contract. I do virtual wholesaling. So
okay, sweet. Yeah. Make sure you use my assignment, not because I'm greedy or because it literally specifically says in there, if you don't close, I get your $3,000.
All right.
I love if someone decides to do that, I'll just make $3,000, honestly, because I'm risking that deal, and that's good enough. So we'll take some in there, but yeah, I don't play games. I don't play games with that. And then see what's up with the cash buyer. You never know, man. Maybe they have COVID. They're in the hospital. Like, you got to give some people some breaks sometimes. But I find another cash buyer and just go through it, man. Learn from that mistake, but don't go through the cash buyer unless you get that deposit and there's a huge paper trail on it.
Definitely. All right. Yeah. Have you tried Facebook ads or had any success with it?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Chris Chico on Wednesday, so it's an interesting interview to look at about Facebook ads. I'll be honest. I've done Facebook ads. I've spent at least $3,000 to $4,000 testing it out last year, and I got like one deal, and it was like a tiny 5,000. So it's breaking even basically.
All right.
I made money on it, but if I'm spending $4,000, I get $5,000 back. It's not good. I'm not doing that. So, like SMS. I'll put $5,000 in and make 40 or 50 in a month. So I stay clear of it. It's weird in Florida. And I was actually doing it before Facebook changed their stuff. So I was able to do only hot zip codes for Facebook ads, and it was pretty good. Now you have to do a 15-mile square radius, circular radius. There's too many rules. I don't think it's worth it. There's too much you got to do with it. Same thing for PPC, but there's guys that do PPC very well, and it's insanely well. So that's just my experience. There's guys that crush it doing it. I just don't think it's worth doing it.
All right. And another question I have, because I only do SMS right now, but I'm currently trying to scale with 5 to 10K. What do you think would be another what the next best marketing strategy to add to that?
I mean, I'll be honest, cold calling, dude. You already got the number skip traced.
All
Like
right.
one of the most expensive parts of cold calling, you already got it. So, right?
Right.
It's like the cousin of SMS, vice versa.
All right.
It'd be the next cheapest thing just because you have all those phone numbers. How many phone numbers do you have skip traced?
I would say altogether, maybe anywhere from 5 to 7,000.
Dude, there's easily 3 deals right now. You can cold call from there. Dude, you will get deals from cold calling you'll never get with SMS and vice versa.
All right.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
All right, I have to do that then. And last question is, how do you know it's a good Airbnb lead?
What do you mean? Like, is it like if it's good for an Airbnb?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be in a good market. Like we got a deal in Delray Beach, right by the beach downtown. Like easy, right?
All right.
Easy, right by the beach, right by the downtown, beautiful. I Airbnb that all day. And then I got another one that's in Vero Beach, which is not as desirable, and the Airbnb is not as good there. So you just got to kind of understand it and see what the best ROI would be on there. Airbnb, I only keep them if they're like very, very desirable, like areas.
Okay, and those are ones that you're taking down yourself or you arbitraging?
Oh, dude, I would create a finance mostly. So I'll take over payments and then just Airbnb it out.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of those though. I'm not the Airbnb expert. So I'd rather do the rental on like a lease option if I was going to do it, but I like sandwiching them a lot better just because it's guaranteed. And then for a lease option, I will always sandwich it mostly, which means I'll have a rent to own person on the back end of that deal. So if I do a $5,000 down payment, I'll get a end buyer, which are rent to own person for $10,000, make $5,000 beginning. And then I'm doing like payments of $700. I'll have the rent to own person give me payments of $1,000. So I'm making $300 a month for whatever the balloon is, maybe 4 or 5 years. And at the end, my lease option price was $200. They're at like $230 or something. So I make $30K at the end. I'm making $300 a month in the middle. And then in the beginning, I'm making $5. Like it's beautiful deals. I love those deals so much. Texas is a little weird for them, but I know you're doing virtual outside there. So I just prefer that. It's way safer because if not a pandemic, but like a crash happens, all those deals can be dead, except deals are pretty good right now.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No worries. Any questions you have, I'm here every week, dude. I ain't stopping. I ain't stopping these gurus out of business, and I'm going to be here for a while. Maybe I could retire when I'm like 50 years old and say they're done. But right now, dude, I got a lot of work I got to get done. So I'll be here every week.
All right. Thank you.
Sweet, Don. I believe in you, man. Good job.
You appreciate it.
All right. Next here we got.
I've got another quick question.
Of course.
Hey, so when you're trying to find when you think you found your target area, should you focus on the zip codes or should you focus on like the county? What should you make your focus as far as, lead generate?
So you're really going to study the market hard. I always prefer going the hottest zip codes first, using the list source hack. If you don't know what that is, message me. I'll send you the video, or comment that in the Facebook group, the Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group, and I will send you the video on YouTube that I'll show you how to do it. It'll just bring the hottest zip codes. So in that city, it'll show you the most cash transactions. You can do your own analysis on it. Like, you don't have to do it yourself. I'm here to help you, so don't worry about it. And I'll just help you with that area. So I do by zip codes first. Once you know the market a little better, you can be like, okay, it's the county that's good, or usually it's not the full city, it's parts of a city that are really good for wholesaling. So you just got to find that arbitrage on there where your marketing dollars go the most. And then you just keep ramping it up.
Should you
like,
what's the minimum population size you like to target?
It's a weird one because I mean, most of my deals are coming from a city of 200,000. So weird for me to say this. And then small amount of my deals come from cities with millions of people in the like metro population. So I would say the niche is 100 to 500,000. Those are really good in the Southeast. And then if you want to do metros, you can. Like Detroit's really good for some reason. It makes no sense because it's an area of high population and very low rent. So that works well. And then very small populations with high rent are very good too, depending on the price.
So you said minimum 100,000 to 500,000.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cities where you can do 20,000 in there. Like I do deals in Stuart, Florida, and it's got like 16,000 people in them. We still do like $40,000 deals there. So I'm not going to cut that out. It's hard.
So
I do by county. Just try by county then.
Okay. So finally, how do you deal with this damn analysis paralysis?
Yeah, dude. It's a tough one, man. I got some videos on there. I'll help you do some analysis on it. But my best thing is just find the zip codes, start going after it. Like, just go. Action. Action will beat not going at all.
So when do you know when, okay, this area is a bust, I need to move on? How do you determine that? Because, I know you got to kind of experiment a little bit.
You've cold called all the code violations and probates, and you've done driving for dollars there if you're physically there, and you've spent 200 hours driving for dollars, and you marketed for there, and you cold called that whole list, and you got nothing, and then you reverse drive for dollars there, and then you cold call all the probates, like I said before, and then you cold call the water shutoffs for an entire month straight, and you get nothing.
So how many times do you go through the list?
Do you go through all the lists?
How many times?
Do the full month.
But say I'm doing vacant absentee. How many times should I hit that list before I'm give up?
I say hit that list every month or every other month, depending on your marketing channel. So if you're cold calling, do it. Go through the whole one every month.
Do you have to cold call before you hire somebody else to do it?
I recommend you do, because it's hard to teach someone cold calling if you don't understand it yourself. Do the full month.
Gotcha. But say I'm doing vacant absentee. How many times?
Say that again.
I don't know what happened there. There's some anomaly with your recording.
All right, say that one more time.
I was saying, you'd already answered the question, like how many times to go through the list.
Go through the entire list. I would say every other month. So all the vacants in your area, take 2 months to go through all of it. Like vacants, I'll go through the entire vacant list in 2 months and then do it again. Depends on your marketing.
So say I'm going to prop stream and I pull a list. You'd already answered. What's like a minimum size that you say, all right, this is worth skip tracing and going after?
I would say do 10,000, try it out, and then go through that entire 10,000 and make your decision from there, and then add on some niche stuff on there from there.
Okay. Thanks, man.
No worries, man. Appreciate it. Sweet. And who else we got? It says MacBook Pro here, but I know.
So like a minimum size that you say, all right,
Hey,
is
you have
worth increasing
something on the
number
background going on there too.
and going after.
I would say, dude, pop it off.
10,000. Try it out.
All right, I gotta meet you. Dude, you have either the YouTube going on or the Zoom thing, and it's like doing an echo. So if you want to try MacBook Pro. All right, you got it fixed? Sweet. Well, mute yourself, man. You're muted.
How are you? Sorry about that.
All right, we're good, man. What's up, man? What's your name?
Justin,
Justin, how are you?
how you doing, buddy? I'm in Cairo, Egypt right now.
Ooh, cool, man. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I kind of work remote back and forth, doing some virtually wholesaling right now. But I had a question if possible.
Yeah, let me know.
I'm kind of new to it. I've done about 4 flips. I do Airbnbs. I've rehabbed a couple houses, but now that I'm getting into wholesaling, the only thing I don't understand when you're speaking to, or when you're going to do a deal, how long is the contract going to be for when you wholesale a deal? So how long do you tell the seller that you're going to go into contract, and then you kind of promise them that you're going to get the house sold within what time frame? 2 weeks, a month?
Month, 30 days.
So it's 30 days. And if in 30 days you don't sell the house, what happens at that point? Do they have an option to like extend it, or the contract is void and you just can't
I
get
would
the deal?
extend it if you know it's a good deal. And you should be able to get a property wholesale within a month if you're trying. You put your effort into it. What I would do is get my deposit back and then null and void it.
Got it. Okay.
And that's probably what I do. And if you're in Cairo, you just wire it.
Got
Deposit.
it. I'm here just, I'll be back in the States.
Okay,
soon, but-
cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know you were allowed to travel over there. That's cool.
Yeah. It's one of the places you can go where you don't need they haven't blocked us. All you need is a PCR test.
Cool. Sweet.
I've been here hiding out for a while.
Awesome, man. Yeah, dude. What's your market?
Right now I'm doing Greenville, Memphis, and Tampa.
Sweet. Are you having success in Tampa?
I haven't actually. No, that's my rentals are in Tampa. But no, I've been working some leads in Greenville, actually Kentucky, Louisville, and a little Memphis. But I haven't really gone. Like I've been having a problem because I can't have a dialer here because in Egypt, they block a lot of ports. Like I can't have like WhatsApp video. I have to have a VPN. It's just really annoying. So I couldn't be calling. So I just been doing everything like, following, the Zillow.
Get a VPN.
A lot of VPNs don't work here. They're on.
Really?
Yeah, it's very difficult. So I just kind of didn't want to go through that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait till I get to the States till I set that whole process up.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But I've been doing like marketing in like Facebook groups. I've been like a little successful with that. I've been posting ads in like for sale by owner, areas, and working leads like that.
I'm hearing people doing that more and more.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't got a deal doing that yet, but
it either works or it doesn't work, but if you're like everything that you do, you have to understand is consistency. So like whatever that you have to understand, you just can't try something once. You have to be consistent with it, and it has to be constant. And there's nothing more than consistency with anything you do, If you're cold calling, you have to just go through that cold calling list. I've done other businesses before where, getting deals and cold calling too as well. It's not going to work. It's going to be like a 60-day process of like every day I'm going to do it and not get a deal till you get a deal, right? You just can't do it for an hour today, 2 hours tomorrow, slack a little bit. It has to be consistent in any marketing channel that you do. And that's, I think that's the key, just consistency.
Beautiful. Sweet, man. Well, let me know if you have any questions. Do you have any other questions?
For now, I don't.
All right, man. Well, let me know what I can do to help you, dude. That's cool, though. I love it. Straight from Egypt. You go to the pyramids yet?
Yeah. I've been all over here.
It's so cool, man.
I've been everywhere.
I gotta go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, But usually, I've been working remote for the past 5 years, and I just been I run a bookkeeping business as well, virtual bookkeeping. I do a couple other things. I do Amazon FBA with my partner, but since I've been doing flips and, dealing with a couple wholesalers, I said, hey, I could probably do this virtually now. And, I want to get back into more flips. So I just want to acquire more properties for myself. That's how I kind of got into it. I said, hey, it's like digging for gold, right? I'd rather find those like 50 cents, 60 cents deal on the dollar and kind of keep it for myself, for my own portfolio. Cause I like to hold, the real estate that I buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the goal, man. So cool, dude. Well, I'm telling you, out of all those little niches you said, wholesaling will be the one that I guarantee still be a thing in 10 years.
Yeah.
What Amazon does, we have no idea.
Right.
So it'd be interesting, man. But yeah, dude, let me know any questions you got. But sweet. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Justin. All right. Next here we got Mac Sharp. All righty.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Oops. Looks like you got muted there for a second. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Sweet, man. Are you on the West Coast?
Oh no, I'm actually in Florida, in Palm Beach County, actually.
Oh, dang, man. Sweet.
First time. I'm not used to going on Zoom calls. Boca Raton.
Nice, man. Cool, dude. I'm a little north of you, but still an hour away. So sweet.
Right.
Well, welcome, man.
Hi, man. I'm thank you. My first time being on here. Sorry, I'm like not good with the camera. I didn't even know my laptop camera is like there. I'm trying to angle it, but hey, man, I'm just kind of new to wholesaling real estate. I just took it seriously for like the last 2 months, I would say. I've been trying to do it for a year now. But I really took it seriously for like the last 2 months, and I got in 2 VAs, 2 virtual assistants, even though I haven't even closed my first deal yet. I've just been trying to, speed the process up, and I was very close to closing my first deal last month in Riviera Beach. It was a nice little townhouse. It was for like it was worth 140. Got it under contract for 50, and I got a cash buyer in 2 days. But come to find out that it didn't go through because the seller had a mortgage on it. She got it through a quick claim deed. So, I had to go through that. I did learn a lot in terms of finding a cash buyer and dealing with a title company, which was cool. But so now I'm just hungry to get my first deal. And what would you recommend? Because now at this point, like I have a lot of volumes of calls going on in terms of pre-qualifying, but now I find myself in a situation and I set myself up. I'll have like 50 leads, 40, 30 of them maybe qualified. Another 20 is just like, I'm interested in hearing an offer. And that's kind of how I got the lead I almost closed on in Riviera Beach. I was like 1 for like 25 on the calls, but then, so I thought I was getting the hang of it. But then when I realized, it didn't go through, I was like, dang, I think she only like wanted to say yes or agree because she thought for some reason when it came time to closing that the mortgage would disappear or something, and made it underwater deal.
No, it doesn't. Mortgages never work like that, but you already know that. So
yeah,
dude, I just keep hammering it, man. I would drive for dollars, start cold calling like very niche stuff as you can. You got a lot of competition in Palm Beach, just being honest.
Yeah.
So I would get into fire damage houses in Palm Beach too. I'd look into those too. See if any connections to any of the fire departments and look at the Facebooks and try to get those too. Anything as niche as possible would give you the best results in Palm Beach right now.
I'm starting to look out to go like personally, like kind of more virtually and go into other markets. I don't know. For me, it took me a while just to get that one, even though I will say on my fault that I don't do good enough in terms of following up. and being consistent. Like I'll do like 5 calls. I'll give them an offer. They'll want like 400 something for the property, and it's really worth like 350. So I kind of have to like bring them down. And yeah, I don't know. I like you said, I guess it's like competitive market, but I don't blame them because Florida right now it's a crazy market, man. It's a seller's market, I think. You know,
Dude, it's way more than that. It's insane. So, yeah, I mean, dude, you just got it's just a numbers game. Keep pumping the numbers and pumping up the marketing. So you got to get the list that no one else is doing, which would be driving for dollars. Next, I'd go after code violations, but everyone's really doing that over there. So fire damage is probably what I'm looking at. That and driving for dollars will probably give you the best bet right now.
okay.
You got to find
You
lists that
recommend-
no one's pulling right now. That's
Gotcha. So really small niche lists and you recommend fire damage? Okay.
Yeah, dude, Palm Beach is,
All right.
dude, we still do deals in Palm Beach. So enough for a very, very, like for someone to be successful only in so Palm Beach works. You got to work a lot harder.
Okay.
You still make it work.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I watch a few of your videos on YouTube, man. I thank you for the knowledge, bro. It really helps.
No worries, man. Once this pandemic stuff's over, I'll do some meetups and stuff. Hopefully see you one day at a Palm Beach meetup or something, but probably just some meetups at like some like wholesale deals I do down there. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, man, anything I can do to help, I'm on here every week. Let me know.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No worries, man. Thanks. All right. Next here, we got Lisa. Lisa, how are you?
I'm trying to do the video too. Hi, Zach. How are you?
Blessed beyond stress. More blessed. Oh, wait. What is it? Blessed
beyond stress.
Blessed beyond stress.
I know you say that a lot. I like that. So, yes, I haven't been able to be on here for weeks, probably a month. Every Friday, I'm always making runs. So I said today I'm going to sit still and get some knowledge today. So, and I have a few questions. I want them down here. So first question, pre-probate. So I do prop stream and they never had that. So they just got that probably a couple of weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So I jumped on it because I was excited because I hear everybody talk about pre-probates. So I did like 400 skip tracing and I called my brother. He was like, you really can't call pre-probates. He said it's like some extra steps, something, and I have no idea what he's talking about. I thought we could handle it the same way as regular anything else. So that's my first question. Is that true? Is it extra legal steps you have to take?
Yeah. Okay. Depending on your market. So are you doing it in your home market or virtual?
Virtual.
Okay. What market?
I'm here in Cleveland. So I just started doing Cleveland because everybody keep raving about Cleveland. Cleveland, Indianapolis, and Michigan City, Indiana.
Okay. I'm pretty sure in those states you're still good. So pre-probate, I can't recommend it. Rick's really like looking into it hard. I'm looking into it hard too. I'm trying to gauge myself and how good it is. I'm cross-referencing it with the probate data we get now and just trying to see if there's something there. PropStream's data is a lot older. So probate's very important being as new as possible on it. So I'd still recommend pulling the fresh new probate. Until PropStream can get that done, I'm probably not going to switch over. Or I don't know. There's so much money to be made in probates right now that I'm not comfortable shifting everything over right now. I have the infrastructure in place to get fresh probates every single week, straight from the county. So I'm not messing with that right now. So I'm looking at it, though, to see if I can recommend it to other people. Right now, I can't say I can. I'm going to throw Rick on a video soon, and I'll try have him explain it. But he's a probate expert, not me. So I probably wouldn't do it. I'd go straight and get the probate right from the court system right now.
Okay. Another question. So when we do comps, like we paid thousands of dollars, one of those stories for one of those gurus, and I only been doing this for 4 months, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I just don't really feel everything that he said. So as far as doing the comps, what do you do as far as the square footage and the lot size? Because he had us doing the square footage, lot size, bedroom, everything. And when I hear other people, I don't hear them even mentioning lot size. So what's the range, when you comping?
I have some good comp videos on YouTube you can always look at, but really what you want to do is the same acreage, lot size, whatever it is, quarter acre, half an acre, full acre. You want to make sure the property is in the same subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to make sure the bed and bath is basically the same. Square footage is pretty much similar. And then from there, you want to just make sure the condition's similar and then the year built. Those are kind of what I go off looking for a comp. And when you sell it, you think about selling on the market, an appraiser on it goes by subdivision also. So you stick to that. Stick to zip code also if you can. And same subdivision should be the same zip code. So that's kind of what I keep it. And then square footage, look at similar comps within 200 to 250 square feet.
Okay.
And then you should get a pretty good analysis what you got to get going.
Okay. Couple of more. The young man.
Questions you got?
Thank you. Because I'm usually quiet and just sit and listen, but I've been doing more work, so I have more questions.
Awesome.
So my number one thing is cold calling. I took a break because, they say I did good. I had one deal, and this is my 4th month, and I'm waiting on another deal. They had like liens and other things like that. So I guess I could count that as 2 maybe. But so I hear 2 is good for 4 months. Congrats. I don't think so. I want more. I want more. So I stopped cold calling, even though I hear you talk about cold calling, but it's like I'm in a dry season. So I switched over to Facebook, and I'm finding I'm spending more time than when I was cold calling, because I was cold calling probably about 6 hours a day.
More than me.
Facebook is like 10 hours. And I'm like, I keep thinking I'm about to get a deal. I get close and then
Facebook ads?
No, just getting on there and seeing what people are posting. And then I'll post and ask if people are looking, in my area to buy, things like that.
For cash buyers or for sellers?
For cash buyers and sellers.
Okay.
So I got a couple of hits, but it just didn't pan out. So I know you're going to say stick to the cold calling, so I'm still going to ask, should I cold call or continue with the Facebook?
Both.
Okay.
Cold call while you're doing it.
Okay.
I thought Facebook's like you can only post in like 16 groups before you get in trouble.
They have 20.
Okay, do 20.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to copy and paste be at that point.
Yeah,
so
that's what
it shouldn't be that much work if you think about it.
That's what I've been doing.
Sweet.
So the young guy solely, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. When you had him, he had you comp a deal for him or look into a deal. So you mentioned, I think they was asking 25,000, I believe, and you told him to talk him down to 15, and it was only the ARV was 50. I thought that was not a good deal. So how is that a good deal?
Well, if you can sell it for 20 or 20, so if you could sell it for 25,000, you could send a contract for 15, makes 10,000.
So it doesn't matter. So if he sold it at 25 and the ARV is only worth 50 and it's a full rehab, none of that. You know what I mean? Like, so if he sold it at 25 and the ARV was 50, but it was a full rehab. So I'm thinking full rehabs could be way more than what it's worth, if I'm making sense.
He just has to throw it on a lockbox and see what cash buyers are willing to pay for it.
Okay.
You just see. We don't know. I don't know what the repair cost is. So if it needs a 15,000 and he locks up for 15, then that's a good deal. You just got to see. I don't know. He's got to go talk to him and dig deeper. Get some more intel on the deal.
Okay. Then one more, then I'm finished.
Ask as many as you can.
Okay, thank you. You and Doug talked about, I forgot the numbers he said, but he made a huge profit. You all mentioned when he locked it up for, I think it was maybe 25,000. He said he put it on the market. What market is that?
The MLS, like on the market, like he bought it.
So we could do that as wholesalers?
No, he bought it with his own money.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, because I was
Yeah.
confused. I was like, okay, got
I
it.
do that with a lot of my deals too.
Okay. So if you buy it cash, then you can put it
Yeah.
on MLS.
You got to know your numbers pretty well, and you got to do a lot of wholesale deals before you can get to that point. But yeah, you get extra margins doing it. So you don't sell it to a person who's going to flip it. You sell it to a person who's going to live in the house, and they'll pay more money.
Gotcha.
And if the property's in good enough condition, they'll get like a loan on it. Not an FHA one, but like a conventional loan, and it might pass. And then that's stupid money then. Then you get just extra margins on there. Not when you're first starting out, but like once you do like 10, 50,000, like 10, like what, $15,000 deals, you have $150,000 from there. Then you can go buy a property cash and then do more.
Makes sense. I did have another one. So I have like 2 people that want to join me. I don't really know how to go about it because I'm not at that point to like hire them because like I said, I've only been doing it for 4 months. So should I just like split it 50-50, like if they do cold calling, if they get on Facebook, whatever?
Sure. You got to make sure they don't steal your deal though.
Yeah, they're close. People that's close to me.
Yeah.
So.
If they want to do the work and if they'll get to bring up a deal that you have never gotten by yourself, go ahead.
Okay. Cool. Okay. That's it.
Sweet. You got any more questions? Let me know. Always here to help.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Really quickly. Soli, what happened on your call?
She didn't pick up.
Okay.
She didn't pick up, so I'm just gonna call her tomorrow.
All right, man.
And just send her a text message or so.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet. Let me know if you got any questions or anything.
All right, we'll
here
do.
to help.
All right, appreciate that.
Thanks. All right. Looks like Philip raised his hand. So what's up, Philip?
Hey, Zach. So I had a question. So I actually pulled probates. Lisa was talking about probates and kind of reminded me. I actually pulled them on Monday and at the courthouse. And my question for them, do you just pull the ones that have like real estate attached to them, or you just like mail or cold call like all of them?
I make sure real estate's attached to it.
Okay.
Usually you have to cross-reference it with a property appraiser to make sure.
Okay.
It's a lot of work, but a VA does it.
So cross-reference with the property appraiser, because the property appraiser had to appraise the number on the, like, for instance, like on the list, it gives you the actual number of the real estate. So just find the appraiser that did it.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, it tells you the actual price on the probate, which is pretty awesome.
That's good and bad at the same time, because the harder it is to pull the list, that means less people will do it. Which means if I get a list of 1,000 of those, it's easy.
You have to physically, like, there's no way to pull on the site. There's no way, like, they won't send you a list. You have to physically go in and physically pull the file at our probate office and look at it.
To you. You can pull it straight from the website.
Like my county website, like I looked around and there was no option.
They're all different. They're all different.
Yeah.
Every county's different.
Gotcha. Cool. I'm just curious.
All right. Awesome. And next year we got Abdullah. What's up?
Oh, what's up, bro? Just hopped on to see if there's anything interesting going on.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, I've only been here for like 30 seconds. I kind of joined late. I mean, I haven't been in the past couple of them, but I was busy with my real estate license, getting that to pull off some expired MLS listings and stuff. Just trying to be versatile in what I can do. So I think I do have a question, just like the probate one before. So, like some counties have like surrogates, right? Instead of like, I don't know if they would call them a surrogate in every single county. I don't know. Does it? I don't really know. So you're legally allowed to pull those lists. Like they have to give it to you. Can they deny it? I was wondering about that.
A surrogate for the probate?
Like probate surrogate, like in Jersey they call it surrogate.
Yeah, I mean you can do it. Like it depends who you're talking to. Are they the heirs to the property, or are they?
No. I'm talking about pulling the list. Like, so I called the surrogate office one time, and they were like, "We don't have lists."
Oh,
straight up.
You're talking to the clerk of the court?
Yeah, basically, yeah, surrogate court. Yeah, they call them surrogate in New Jersey.
All right, well,
Surrogate
then
court.
ask them.
No, I asked them about the probates. I was like, "Yo, do you guys have like a probate list, or like, can I pull it in somewhere?" And they're like, "We don't have any of that."
Okay, well, ask them a couple questions then. What happens if
Okay.
someone dies? How do you know who gets the house? They have to go through a
Okay,
court
you're
system.
right.
How do I find
And
that
then,
list?
all right. Okay,
Explain.
so I should just ask them those like basic questions, and then based on those answers, I can just go from there.
Yeah, they probably have a different name for it.
All right. Okay, that makes sense, bro. Thank you.
I'm not doing it. I'm just pre-drawing, and I'm gonna sit on fire for like $50. It's the time of me doing all that stuff. It's worth it to spend money.
All right, so sweet. And then Latoya is next here. So Latoya, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm fine. So, I'm in my second month of virtual wholesaling right now. I'm out of Arizona, just outside of Phoenix, about 30 minutes outside of Phoenix. And some of the issues that I've been running into is for whatever reason, I'll send out contracts, but they don't get signed. And I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job following up, but so far I've sent about 4 contracts out for properties. One is actually out of Venice, Florida. The market is pretty good out there right now.
Yeah.
And the property owner, he's been kind of holding off. I guess he has his attorney looking at it. He had me make a bunch of changes, and then it's been back and forth. So I kind of laid off of that one. I'm still gonna, reattack it maybe next week. But so far, I've sent out about 4 or 5 contracts, but they haven't been signed. So I'm trying to figure out what my issue is. I'm trying to like dissect what issues is going on there.
I
Any
mean, when you're calling them, did you call them and ask why they didn't sign it?
Yes, some of them they go ghost. So I had a pretty good deal out in, I want to say it was Nashville, Tennessee. And this was like my first week that I went virtual, right? Back in March. And she was ready. She said, hey, she told me she needed a title company that was nearby her home because she lives outside of Nashville. I researched a company that would do the assignment closing. I was good. And then she just went ghost. And every time I try to call her back, she would like hurry up and hang up. So I don't know if she didn't like my contract, or I don't know what happened, what is happening right now.
Okay. Yeah. So usually they get cold feet, or they will use that contract as leverage when they're talking to another investor, because you're in a pretty saturated market. Is it still in Maricopa?
Yeah, I'm not working out of. I did get a deal in Tucson because I have property in Tucson too, but I'm not focused in Arizona at all.
Okay.
So I'm doing virtual right now. But that deal, that particular deal, was out in Nashville, Tennessee. So
yeah, they probably saw the price on it and went shopping around.
Yeah.
The best thing to do there is stay on the phone with them when you send them the document and have them sign while they're on the phone with you. So there's a little more urgency.
Well, see, yeah, because so most of the property owners that I've dealt with are older, so they're not good with computers. They get kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, because I'm pointing the finger at me, like maybe my approach is wrong. I don't know. I don't have issues getting leads. It's just when I get the lead, I get them on the phone, I send the contract, and it's just not getting signed. It's frustrating. And then my second question I had was, so the property in Venice, I sent over the contract, and now he's saying he want earnest money deposit, which is completely fine. But I wanted to see how do you go about, because right now I know you have the capital to probably just put down earnest money. Right now I don't. So I'm trying to figure out how can I get the earnest money deposit, and I'm kind of afraid to pitch it out there without having it under contract yet, So what do you think I should do?
Okay. Well, all right. So, the first thing with the Nashville one, it's another problem you're having too. Okay. Let me answer the first one, the second one. So the earnest money, $100. See if you can get that to do it. It's tough. I know. That's probably what I consider in Florida. That's probably the least you should do in Florida if you want to, like, as legally binding as possible if someone's asking for it. For Nashville, if they're older, you're gonna have to pay like $60 for a notary to come there with the contract and just have them sign it in person. Like in Nashville, like a notary, knock, knock, knock. Here's the contract. With Latoya here, sign it, then get it signed. They scan it, send it to you. That'd be the best case scenario with an older person, especially like in Tennessee. And then $100 earnest money. That's what I'm thinking here.
Okay. All right. Cool. So have you done deals in Venice or?
Not. I don't do a lot on the west coast of Florida. Not a ton.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Because I was gonna try and see if I can link up with somebody nearby. Because the gentleman, he had a stroke, and he's older, so he speaks kind of slow. Everything that he does is slow, and I'm of course I'm patient with him. So I was trying to see if there's anybody out there that can help me since I'm all the way over here. But I'll figure it out. I'm gonna stay on top of him. Because I know when I talk to him, he's not dodging me. He picks up the phone, so I know he's still motivated to sell. So the property right now is, I'm trying to get it for 140. It's worth about 240, 250. And honestly, the property's in very good condition. Like, he doesn't seem to think so, but I saw the pictures and I'm like, you're just kind of adding on to what's it already looks good. But I told him, you don't have to do anything. We'll buy it just in any condition. And he's agreed to that. So, and he's wondering, like, I guess in the back of his mind, he's like, what's the catch? And I'm like, there is no catch. Like, so yeah, that's a good lead for me right there. I just got to keep up and figure out this whole contract thing and figure out why people aren't signing them.
All right. Well, yeah, try that. Get the notary in there. And
all right.
Just keep hammering it. That's my advice.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks. All right. And then we had Justin has a question here. What's up?
Real quick, when you do a direct mail campaign, how often do you send to the same address?
Once every quarter.
Once every quarter.
Yep.
But you'll send them back to them again. At one point, you just won't keep moving zip code to zip code. And like, if let's say if you have, 10,000 mailers and you're going to do 2,000, 5 mail outs, 2,000 each, would you?
2,000 a week for 5 weeks.
2,000 a week for 5 weeks. Okay. So you wouldn't just go over the same list in another month. It would be every quarter you would go back to that same zip code again and mail out to that same address.
Yeah, we do zones. So we have January, February, March. So zone 1, in January they get mail. Okay. February they get a text, and then in March they'll get a cold call. So if you're on my list, you're getting hit once a month. You just on a different type.
Got it. Okay. So everyone gets a mailer at some point from you.
Oh yeah, 4 times a year.
Cold call list.
Huh?
So if you have like a cold call list, they're getting mailers to everyone on that cold call list, no matter what. Okay.
Depends. I mean, if we'll do a sub 2, we won't do a mailer on it. If we do an SMS or a cold call on a subject to list, but that's separate.
Got it. Okay, I get it.
That's like play money stuff.
Like high equity lists, you're always gonna mail out.
If you're on my high, if you have any equity in St. Lucie County, you're getting hit up from me.
Okay.
Sweet. Any other questions? All right, cool. See, Mac had another question here. What's up?
Quick question. Have you ever heard of so I was talking with this quality lead, a triplex, the condition wasn't that great, but she had like 2 tenants in there, one of them for over 16 years. I built pretty good rapport with her. And so I saw comps for it in the neighborhood for like 420. and she was, you know, she told me that, hey, you know, she's looking for like 350 for it, and to be at. I was thinking even I needed probably pressing because it was the first time. I don't know if this is like, I don't know if a lot of people do this, but she said that I need to net because she was saying I don't want to pay for the capital gains tax at the end of the year. So I was like, do you get that a lot?
How long is she on the house for?
I like 20 plus years.
Does she have it homesteaded in the state of Florida?
She's on it for a long time.
Is it homesteaded?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is.
Ask her if she homesteaded the property.
Okay.
Actually, if you do me a favor, don't tell me the address, but if you Instagram message me it, I promise you I won't steal your deal. I just want to look it up on the property appraiser, and then I'll tell you if it's homesteaded right now. If it is, she will not pay any capital gains taxes at all.
All right. Can I actually message you on Facebook?
Yeah, message me on Facebook right now. I'll let you know.
I don't got my phone on me right now.
Do it.
All right.
Let me know. Yeah, it's weird. Florida's
that's right now.
Sorry, quick question. Hey, what's the best way to virtual drive $4? Just go through Pipestream and just start going through Google Street Maps, or what do you have any opinions on that?
Google Maps is fine for me. And then have them go through it, pin them.
Okay.
Make a little Excel, go from there.
Got it.
Sweet.
Thanks.
No worries. And while I'm waiting for Mac to give me the list, Justin, do you raise your hand?
No, I'm cool.
No, I did. Yeah.
Do you have a question, or is it by accident?
No, I did. So I sent you an IG message on one property that me and my partner are getting ready to try to close on, and he just put like 10, 15 or something into the property. So I'm not sure how much value we can give him, more or less. I think my partner wants to lock it up and try to sell it to somebody who's looking for a rental. But I'm not sure of like the value in the area. I tried to comp it, and it's not like really too many comps in the area. So I'm not like too sure of the value.
I would just do cash flow comps.
Cash flow comps.
Figure out how much the thing will rent for, and then just divide that by 1%.
Well, he's renting it right now for $1,000, and he said he thinks he can get $1,200 for the rent, but that's coming from him. I don't know
how much you think it's going to rent it out. It can rent out for.
I mean, I probably can say 1,000, but I don't know. Like I've seen some of the pictures he sent us, and he just did some updates, but he hasn't sent us like the most recent. So, but I'm not familiar with it's High Point, North Carolina. I'm not familiar with the area, so.
Okay, well, I'll probably do some research and see. I mean, if it's renting for 1,000, divide that by 1%, that's 100,000. That's what the comp is, or 120,000 if his thing's right.
Right.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of when he can't find comps. That's that good.
He wants $90K for it.
90. Okay. Well, get it down on price. You should be pretty decent on it though.
Okay.
Like get it for 70, sell it for 90. Be good.
Right. Okay. And then my last thing, I'm still having like the hardest problem with it is my cold calling. Like I can't, whenever I go to, I have call tools. As soon as I log in, like my heart starts beating like crazy, and I can't get past that that little point. Closing people, I'm fine with. It's the initial call. Like I'm just having a tough time trying to get over it.
Yeah, dude. The only thing that makes it a lot easier is just experience.
Right.
That's
I
it.
mean, I've called like, I mean, I probably made at least 200-300 calls, but it's like every time like a new day starts, like that anxiety just like overtakes me, and like something like, and that's, I think like the biggest problem is my consistency, is because I go days without cold calling because my anxiety like takes over.
I mean, it's a hard one. I don't know what to tell you there. I mean, the more experience is the easier it gets.
Right.
And I mean, there's only a certain amount of answers you can get. So remember that.
Right.
They can't come to your house. They're not going to hurt you. They could hurt you with words.
Right.
And that's never fun. But I mean, you're anxious because you're scared of the future. But like, what in the future can they do?
Nothing really. I mean, yeah.
Like, Justin, you're a bad person. Like, does that make you feel bad? Like, someone will say that in a very creative way.
Right.
Oh, very,
yeah,
very
they do.
creative way. But that's what they're trying to say. So if you're not nervous on that, I mean, dude, it's a hard one, because my heart used to go fluttering all the time trying to cold call when I started out too. I got to the point where I was so sick of just not making any money. And
that's the point I'm at as well. Like, my back's up against the wall. I really don't have any choice right now, but I get to that computer screen and it's just, I literally freeze.
Hey, can I add something?
Yeah, of course.
Justin, I guess, have you tried, I noticed that if you do practice this, if you have a script, call calling script that you do practice a lot, I find that it actually really helps. And then if you have family members, you can do a role play with the script, have them be the buyer, have them be the seller, and then you kind of just roll call. I believe that helps a lot. That's been really helpful. So maybe you could try that and see if that makes a difference.
Absolutely. I mean, I do some practices for my partner or whatever, and I mean, I got my script and I'm pretty confident on my script. Like, honestly, I don't know why my heart flutters the way it does whenever I sit in front of that screen. It just, some days I had the effort mode on, I can cold call for hours, but then it's starting to like seem like I get more days of that fluttering, and it just overwhelms. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it just, dude, look at a script and then look at the screen. That's all I could say, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Can I say something?
Dude, of course, this is a wholesaling mastermind, man.
I feel like, it's like whenever in any sales that you do, right, you have to really take the emotion out. And when you have emotion attached to anything, like if you need that money and you need that deal, they're going to smell you on it from a mile away. And you have to, like, it's kind of like a job interview. Kind of when you go into a job interview and you really need that job interview, you're going to kind of get nervous. Like, you really need that position for whatever reason you are. If you kind of take a position where you kind of don't need it, like you have 50,000 sitting in the bank, you're like, whatever, I come in here, I take it. You're gonna do way better on that deal than when you do, and you really, you have emotion attached to it, and you start getting anxiety and scared, right?
Right.
Like the scripts, I don't like scripts because then you're gonna sound like a salesman. You don't want to sound like a salesman. At the end of the day, it's every kind, you have your motivation. Why are they selling the house? Like a couple things you have to dig into. But you want to be real with them because you want to be friends with them and you want to build rapport with them. And like when you start sounding like a robot, then you're not going to ever connect with them on a script. The script is never going to get. A script is good for like a VA or something, just to get that initial call coming in. I think if you're doing like volume, but again, I think you have to kind of like not give a fuck. It's like the not give a fuck factor of like who's on the other line. Don't take it personal. And that's where you have to kind of get over. And like any sales you do, you really can't give a fuck. And kind of, to me, I always tell myself, like, it's not to be screwed up, but like, how do I even know people really exist other than me and my consciousness, right? Like, I don't even know if you're a real person. I'm the only one in my real world. Like, I'm not gonna take it personal and anything because I don't even know, if you're a real person, right? Like in a crazy way that just helps me kind of justify like not caring of like, who's on the other end, who's going to curse me out. And it's just psychological and not giving a shit. and not being like, oh, I need this deal because I spent 5,000 on a mailer and shit, I got to make my money's worth. I really need to make this happen, because that's going to come off. It's I know it's probably easier said than done, but you got to work on that. I think personally, in any sales you do,
No, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, and I think that's the hardest part, is getting past that I don't give a fuck mentality. Like, I got to get to that point. Like I said, I have them days to where I have that, but then it's like I got days to where it's like it just, like, if you're sitting there getting pulled over by a cop and you're sitting there all nervous for no freaking reason, yeah, like you don't have anything illegal or anything like that, but you have your heart fluttering, all sweating. That's pretty much like what it is when I sit here in front of the computer. But it's not all the time, but it's more than it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Chinese.
I'd like to add to that.
What is it? The Chinese finger theory, when you pull, when you like locks it in, you know what I mean? The less you kind of, flow with it, the more kind of you have better results.
Absolutely. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that briefly.
Yeah.
So when I did bill collecting, you're always getting cussed out all the time. But the way I looked at it was, okay, so today's what? April 23rd, 2021. Do you remember what happened to you on April 23rd, 2020?
Nope.
I mean, you're not. So if you got cussed out within a day or two, you're gonna forget about it.
Right. Now I see where you come from. Absolutely.
And what's worse, talking to sellers and potentially getting cussed out, or losing the roof over your head?
Absolutely.
You can't avoid these fears because they're always going to be there. You got to confront them, but you got to put them in their proper perspective.
Absolutely.
Talking to people is not life-threatening. It's not going to kill you. You're still here.
Right. Yep.
You're going to forget
Absolutely.
about it. And, just the fact that, you set your backs against the wall, you got bigger fears to worry about. Don't worry about talking to people on the phone. That's nothing. It's not life-threatening.
Right.
Sometimes we just got to put on our big boy pants, man up, and just do what we got to do.
Absolutely.
It's as simple as that.
I appreciate that.
But that's just my 2 cents.
No, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate all y'all's input right now. It means a lot.
Sweet.
Every no, you're getting closer to a yes. Just remember that. You get excited every time because you have to go through the no's. There's going to be more no's. Not everyone's going to say yes. It's impossible.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. That's facts.
Psychological. Yeah. Like, dude, I just can't wait to go through 100 no's because I'm going to get through that yes eventually. Eventually,
Right.
someone's going to talk to you,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Justin, what helps me out personally is like just kind of like getting psyched up and just kind of like getting the edges out, and then it's like give a countdown, like maybe count to 5. All right, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. And it helps even getting up out of bed too, like waking up in the morning. It's like, man, I don't want to wake up. It's really cold, whatever. It's like, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get up out of bed. It's the same thing, like getting over that fear is like giving that nice little countdown in your mind psychologically in reality, and then you do it.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I truly appreciate all y'all's input. It means a lot, man.
Perfect. Thank you, man. Lisa had her hand raised. What's up?
So yes, so lately since I've been on Facebook, I've been connecting with people that want to JV. So between their original contract that they received from the seller, when should I get them to assign it over to me? Is it like before I find the buyer or after I find the buyer?
Do a joint venture and then find the buyer.
Okay.
Boom. Easy as that.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what do you guys use a particular, or how do you guys find your VAs?
Like usually
Fiverr?
Upwork or Online Jobs PH, like
Okay.
nothing crazy.
Where do y'all just get them out? They're just straight out of the Philippines?
Yep.
All right. None in Mexico or other parts?
No, we're doing Philippines right now.
Okay.
I see guys doing the Mexico. Like, if you're in Texas, though, it might be Mexico
Yeah,
might be
but-
better.
Yeah, I get a lot of Spanish people.
Yeah, so that might be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Ukraine is
And
actually good.
a Hispanic accent's pretty like it's expected in like Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're on the same time zone.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Where I'm at in Port St. Lucie, not really. Now, if you're in like Miami, it's different. So, yeah, I'm probably looking at Latin America, dude. All of Latin America, really, man. Like Mexico is good, but you can even do. I know like Argentina's good, San Salvador. Like there's got all over the place. It's got good internet.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right.
Doug, do you speak Spanish?
No.
No. See, if you spoke
I'm
Spanish,
white.
you could communicate to them like if I could speak Spanish, I'd only have Mexican VAs because the communication's like really good. You can communicate with that VA very well. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
I was hoping. All right, man. Keep looking then.
All right.
Sweet.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah. What's up, Steve? How are you?
Oh, I'm actually Victor. I'm on somebody else's laptop.
Uh-oh.
So I had a question. You were talking with Justin Chamness the other day on a YouTube, and he was saying if you can't find a buyer for your deal, maybe it's not a deal. So I had a question. Would you mind comping a property that we have locked up? Well, we've been trying for more than a week to find a cash buyer. And I want to find out, do we have it priced wrong? Are we doing something wrong? So that's
Ask
question
your cash
one.
buyer. What are they saying?
Well, they come by, they say, we're interested. There's a lockbox on the property. They go in, and then I call them back and I hear nothing. You know, I say, did you walk through? Did you like it? Do you have any comments? Nothing. So that was my second question is, you know, you talk about the ways to find the cash buyers. I was wondering if you could do that a little bit. Like you say, go to Craigslist, go to Facebook, go to PropStream and look at the cash. I mean, just like take a minute or something or 2 minutes for this one particular area. It's a condo in Kansas City. You know, say like I go onto Craigslist right now. I'm looking right now and I'm trying to figure out how could I find a cash buyer for this particular condo?
Go to PropStream and pull all the condo cash sales in that zip code and then blast that list out.
Okay.
Or cold call it. There's investors buying condos in Kansas City all the time. Hey,
And
do you want another condo that's deeply discounted? Yes. Go buy it. Let's buy it.
And can that also be done with Zillow to find the cash buyers, or is it?
If you have permission, then yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you just go to those places that you just mentioned and just keep hitting them up and look for the similar properties and just message them and text them and keep bugging them.
Yep. That's what I would do.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. And then last question here from Ed. Ed, do you have a question?
Hi, sir. Yeah, I do. So, I was hoping if you could like kind of walk me through my kind of bottleneck. It's
Sure.
not really much of the acquisition side of things. It's more of the disposition. Because I had this one dude reach out to me on Facebook and he was like, yo, you're looking for a title company and you're looking for buyers where we're like one in both, you know, they do the same thing. They either buy or they act as a title company. And I was like, that sounds great, but I also don't want to depend on them because I know having one single buyer kind of like stream to depend on is bad. So I was like, how could I acquire like or lead some more buyers? If you understand what I'm saying?
You're looking for more leads and more buyers?
Looking for more ways to find more buyers. That's what I meant.
Dude, there's a million ways to find cash buyers.
Really?
I mean, what haven't you done? So you got Facebook, number one. Number two, you can pull all of the cash sales in that area you want to find the cash buyers in. That's number two. Three, go to RIAs. Cold call realtors that have cash sales. And there's almost an unlimited supply of cash buyers out there right now.
Okay, so just talk to a real estate agent that helps sell a really high equity home or like high luxury home, and tell them like who was their buyer.
No, find cash sales.
Cash sales.
Whole cash sales, and then find who's
Okay.
the buyer's agent on those.
Oh, okay.
That's
And
what I do.
one more thing. Do you recommend any good, friendly, wholesaler friendly title companies in Texas? I have to work with my vocabulary. I'm sorry.
What market?
Houston, anywhere in Texas.
Ask Doug. Doug will help you out.
Who's
Right, Doug? There's
Hi.
Do you have any good title companies in Houston?
Oh yeah, I know all the good ones.
Oh, man, can you give me some?
I bounce my deals from title company to title company all the time.
Yeah,
What
so
would be one?
he'll help you out. There's a million investors in Houston. Just find someone that's doing deals and ask them what title company they use. Message the top 4 guys in Houston. They'll give it to you.
Yeah.
All right. What would be one, Doug?
My favorite one is, what part of Houston are you in? What zip code?
Kind of near Porter and Caney, somewhere there.
Okay, you're pretty far. Well, I use one in Gulf Freeway, but over there you can use Patriot Title.
Patriot Title.
Yeah, they're
Sweet.
pretty good. Patriot, or they're pretty close to that side.
Do you have any input on Alamo Title?
I've never used them. I don't really know too many people that do use them. I mean, I can message you and
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you hopping on here for today's Zoom here. So I'll see you guys next Friday. And if you guys have any questions, always message me. Thank you guys so much. If you want to hop on these Zooms, remember, go to Wholesaling Houses Free on Facebook. We hit 7,000 members. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Thank you, Zach.